Hello everyone. Let's start with the first lecture, that is Introduction to Financial Accounting. Now before we go into the depth of the subjects and starts doing numericals and practical questions, we need to first understand what the subject is all about, what we are going to learn in the subject. What is accounts? In simple word, accounts is a record of all the transactions that an organization performs in its daily business activities, right? So when we are talking about financial accounting, it means we are talking about the transactions which are monetary in nature. So what is the need of maintaining an account? What is the need of recording an account? We can simply remember them. But I don't think so. We cannot even remember the transactions that we do in a day. Then imagine how can we remember all the transactions that an organization is performing throughout its life? It will be difficult, I guess. So to avoid that, we keep a record of all the monetary or money related transactions that an organization is performing to carry out its regular business. Now, what is the need of maintaining an account? We need to understand that when we do a business, it has a motive, a profit motive. So it will help to understand whether the organization is making a profit or a loss. If it is making a profit, well and enough, how we can increase it? Everybody wants to increase profit. And if we are not making a profit, then to find out what are the problems and how we can improve our business to make it a profitable one. Right. So financial accounting will help you to understand the financial health of an organization or a company or an entity or an individual. As an individual also, you would like to maintain how much you have earned, how much you have spent, how much you have invested, how much part of the money is growing for your future, and etc, etc, etc. So the same thing goes with the organizations too. Now, organization will go in a systematic manner to identify or analyze the financial position of itself. How it will do? It will first record all the financial transactions. Then after recording all the financial transactions, it will try to segregate or categorize the transactions under different heads. For example, let us understand in a different way. An organization takes place different activities throughout its business activities or throughout its business. It may be purchasing of raw materials or goods. It may be paying salary or wages to the labor and salaries to the employees. It may be maintaining the daily expenditures to carry out the business. It may be some long-term investments. It may be that is selling of its finished goods, right? So at the first step, we will be recording all the transactions, all the monetary transactions at one place. Now we would like to separate them. Why we would like to separate them? Because we need to understand how much we have spent in the purchase, how much we have earned from the sales, how much we need to pay to our employees or to rent or to do the daily expenses that to carry out the business, right? So that we can make a budget or make an estimation for the future. That is a different thing. We'll come together, come to it when the chapter will come. Now coming back to it, after maintaining all the records at one place, recording the transactions at one place, we would like to segregate it. So segregating the transactions from the first step to the second step. As all the purchase transactions will go to a purchase book, all the sales transactions will go to a sales book, all the expenses transactions will go to an expense book, and likewise. After doing it, we will be making a analyzation. Now, while we will come to the step of analyzing, we need to make few statements. As in trial balance, we need to make up the final accounts as trading accounts, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Finally, we'll come to the balance sheet, and the balance sheet will tell us the financial position or financial health of the organization. Right, what is the position of the assets as well as the liabilities? Now you must be wondering what is assets and what is liabilities. That we will come to the terms when I'll be explaining you the terms. After we make the balance sheet, now we need to develop a report. Now why we need to develop a report? Because we need to explain how is our financial health to our shareholders, to our stakeholders, to the managers, to the banks, right, and the external people, us, who would like to invest in the organization. That is the reporting. Now if we come down as listing of all the characteristic features, we will be coming to the definition of financial accounting. How we can define financial accounting? Financial accounting is the recording, classifying, analyzing and reporting of the financial or monetary transactions of an organization or an entity. Now I used words as people are interested in the financial report. There are two types of people who will be interested in your financial report. They can be categorized as external stakeholders and internal stakeholders. Now what do you mean by stakeholders? Stakeholders are those people who are interested in your financial position, interested to know what your organization is financially doing. Is it making a profit or is it making a loss? Right? Now these people can be categorized into two groups: external stakeholders and internal stakeholders. External stakeholders could be the potential investors who would be investing in your organization by buying shares of your organization in the future. Why they will buy the shares of your organization? Because your organization is making a profit and there is a chance to earn some money from your organization. That's why they will be investing in your organization. Right? Now, government, because you as a good citizen, you need to pay some taxes. Government would like to know what is your actual or real financial positions and if you are paying the correct taxes or not, or if you are abiding by the financial rules that has been set by the government. Then the banks or the financial institutions from whom you would like to get some financial help to start your business in the form of loans or in the form of other financial benefits. They would also like to know your financial health, because on the basis of your financial position, they would like to invest in you or they would like to give you the money, because it will show your credibility, whether you will be able to pay the banks back or not, right? Then your suppliers or your creditors, those who will be supplying you raw materials on credit, they would also like to know about your financial position, if you will be able to pay them back on time or not. Simultaneously, internal stakeholders will be your already existing shareholders who would like to know the financial position of the organization, because they have invested in your organization with an hope that they will get some profit, they will earn some money from your organization. Right? They would like to know the financial position also. Then the managers, because they are accountable to the shareholders. Managers are the agents of the shareholders, right? They are working to make the increase the wealth of the organization or increase the wealth of the shareholders. The employees would also like to know about the financial position of the organization because they are about to get a salary or a wage from the organization. So they would also like to know whether the organization is in a good condition or not. That will give them a financial security, a sense of financial security. Right. So these are some of the people who would be interested in your financial health of the organization, interested to know about what the organization is doing in terms of finance. Now comes to what are the objectives of financial accounting. Now there are two major objectives of financial accounting as profit maximization or wealth maximization. Right, it depends upon the organization to organizations whether they will go for the profit maximization or whether they will go for the wealth maximization. Profit maximization is a short-term concept. You will be earning profit this year, current year, financial year. You may not earn the same profit next financial year. But wealth maximization is a long-term concept, and it means you are foregoing your current profits to get more profits or more returns in future. That will increase your wealth. Otherwise, the objectives of financial accounting is to analyze the financial position of an organization, how it is doing financially, whether it is making profit or it is making a loss, to diagnose the problem. The manager will be able to find out the cost that the organization is incurring to produce or manufacture the product that they are going to sell. Now, come down to advantages and limitations of financial accounting. Now, many students, they ask me, ma'am, why we need to study financial accounts? It's very simple and very common questions. And I get to encounter this question almost every time I go for the first class. Now, why do you need to study financial account as a subject? Because it will give you a clear understanding or an approach towards your personal life, your spending habits of your personal life. And if you are going in an organization, and if you are, what if you are not working in the finance department or not contributing as a finance people, but you will always be able to understand the financial position or financial status of the organizations you are working in. You will be able to plan your investments properly if you know or if you have a knowledge, a fair knowledge of the subject. That is also an objective of studying financial accounting. Financial accounting helps to record all the monetary or financial transactions of an organization. You cannot remember all of them. So somewhere you need to have a record of it. So financial accounting will help you to maintain a record. Financial accounting will help the organization to know the financial position of an organization. How much is the profit? If it is making a profit, what could be the strategy that you can enhance the profitability of the organization? Right? And if you are not making a profit, then of course you need to know why you are not making a profit. What is the problem? So that accordingly you can develop a strategy and implement it, and you start earning a profit. Because when you have started a business, you want to make a profit, right? You don't want to run a business and loss. Financial accounting will help you to go to the next stream or next branch of the accounts, that is cost accounting, and from there you can go to the management accounting. From the information that you will get in the financial accounting, you will be developing the cost accounting, and on the basis of this financial accounting and cost accounting, you will be able to develop the management accounting. It will help you in the management accounting, right? It will helps the management at various levels to develop the strategies that how they can use their resources so that they can make some profit or increase the wealth of the organization or increase the corporate value of the organization. Now there are some limitations also. If they have the good things, they will also have the bad things. Now what could be the limitations? Limitations will be the very and first and foremost limitations is obviously the human beings are making the financial accounting. Even if we are using the computers or the softwares, the data are input by the human. We can easily manipulate the figures. We can easily show a loss making profit or not so profit making profit as a fabulous or a very profit making organization, so that we can attract more and more customers. We can give a fair picture about the organization, right? We can manipulate the cost figures. So that is the limitations of the subject, right? But we expect, as all the subjects or all the professionals have some ethicals, some ethics, some rules and regulations that they have to follow. They have to follow the professional ethics, and according to that we are not going to do that. Main limitations. Apart from that, the limitations could be the different types of methods the accountants are following. The accountants follow different types of methods, and sometimes organization to organization it does not match. To avoid that, accounting standards has been developed, which we will discuss in the next lecture. Now we need to follow some of the principles to make the accounting practices a standard practice or similar pattern throughout the world, so that there should not be any difficulty to understand the financial position of any other organizations that we are not engaged with. If we want to go for a partnership with another organization, what we need to do? We need to understand the financial health of the other organization also. Now, if the other organization is following some different methods of maintaining their accounts or maintaining their financial accounting, then it will be really difficult for us to understand and to identify or predict that whether the joint venture or the partnership that we are going to enter is going to be a profitable venture or not. To avoid that, we have developed accounting standards and some accounting conventions and principles that are to be followed by all the organizations or entity that keeps a financial accounting of itself. Hopefully you have taken the notes and you have understood the lecture. So don't forget to subscribe the channel, like and share too, so that you can get updates of the following lectures. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment box. Thank you. Stay safe and stay healthy.